volunteers with their shirts. Give them a big congratulations. And we have special guests today, and we're going to put our first one up. And this is Joe with CQ Magazine. And Joe is not only going to be presenting later on this morning on hip building, but he does some marvelous work, as you can see, with his laser printer. And he's just an all-round nice guy. But best of all, Joe is going to join in with who you see over there on the table by the screen, and they are called the Mountaintop Amateur Radio Association. But today we gave them a new name, the Mountaintop, and they're from Lake Arrowhead, Mountaintop Amateur Radio Association Punsters. Because when you look at the last 2 years, all you can do is say, holy smoly, we got to make a little bit of fun. So Joe, we're going to let you lead it off. So what have you got, Joe?
Well, good morning, everybody.
Morning, Joe.
You know, I came to the Omaha airport a couple of days ago to the Southwest Airlines game.
Mike.
Now we got audio. I came to the Omaha airport to the Southwest Airlines game, and the captain was standing in the gate area. And he gets on the PA system and he says, "The plane is grounded." And I said,
"Lovely.
Great, the antenna's fixed. What about our flight?"
I love it.
You know, our repeater trustee back in Nebraska would be a lot happier if instead of just talking about his cavities, he'd go get them filled. And finally, one of the hams knocked on our door and asked for a contribution to the neighborhood swimming pool. So I gave him a bottle of water.
All right. Thank you, Joe.
And thank you very much for having me here.
All right.
Good thing that magazine gig's working out.
Well, aren't we all glad that we didn't waste any money buying a 2020 planner, right? I was a little hesitant on 2021. You know, we all survived the COVID by not only getting inoculations and so on, but washing our hands. How many wash their hands 8 or 9 times a day? Yeah. Well, my body's absorbed so much soap and COVID disinfection lately that when I pee, it cleans the toilet. All right, Bro will explain that one later. But you all look in great shape, and you know that's one of the ways that those of us hams have been able to stay away from the oogly booglies. And many of you hams have been doing physical activities on 75 meters. I heard a ham saying that he exercises on his machine, and his machine was a Morse code J38 keyer. Right. Anyway, I chimed in. I normally don't on 75, and said that I decided to stop calling the bathroom the John, and I renamed it Jim. I feel much better saying that I went to the gym this morning. God, that was my best darn joke. I see people around me that are into mountain climbing and all sorts of physical stuff. Holy schmoly. I feel good if I get my leg through my underwear without losing my balance, falling on my butt. Ladies, good to see all of you this morning. Does your husband answer the phone? You are, Zed. That's a real ham. Ladies, does your husband sleep with a handheld? You see a perfect impression of an FT60 on the side of his face? Ladies, are you missing some of your appliance power cords so he can keep his amplifier still powered up? Okay. And ladies, do you often wonder why we have spares? Not in ladies, but spares and stuff? Yep, there you go. And finally, us hams, we've got to ask the ladies, does anyone else, ladies, have a plastic bag full of plastic bags in their house, or is it just you? All right, well, evidently not. Anyway, this one's for me. I don't worry about old age. It's not going to last long. Oh, Jody, I'll explain that one to you later. Well, up at Lake Arrowhead, they're up at 5,000 feet. How many have been to Lake Arrowhead down south? Yeah, beautiful country. There's a little thinner. So when they come down here to less altitude, they get all ramped up. And they've always got new things going. And they're going to share it. We call them the Mountaintop Amateur Radio Association punsters, because they always have puns. And one of the latest puns was this that came from an email this morning from my Presbyterian church. I'm Presbyterian. And it came from the church ladies and gentlemen that come up with the bulletins ahead of time. And sometimes there's some mismeaning on their bulletins. It says, for tomorrow, Sunday, 8 new choir robes are currently needed due to the addition of several new members and to the deterioration of some of the older ones. I'll explain that. And now, here he is, the MTR man himself, Tracy Lineker.
One of my jobs is to make sure you don't have to hear these next year. Oh, I took many. I got one here. I got one for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you hear about the new digital mode? Yeah.
Digital mode, FTA?
No. COVID-19. You only get 2 shots to get it right. But in 6 months, you could get a little booster shot.
Oh.
Anyway, let's have the group come up here. And please try to bring forward. There's some chairs over here. You want to film one, right? Yeah, bring them up there, but there's next ones over here too.
Now, what you see are the Lake Arrowhead punsters. This is a very elite group that can make almost anyone at 7 in the morning having a good time. But before we go and have a good time, we need to know who's here. No, we're not going to pass around the microphone. This is like a pile-up. So let's see who's got the best call signs to sing out. On the count of 3, let's hear those call signs. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. You can do. Let's wake up those folks that are still in the rack. 1, 2, 3. Mike Lima. Yeah, that's called a tail ender. Good job.
He usually gets found too.
It's so busy now, it's hard to be a tail ender because everybody does it. You've been trained. Okay, so what we have here is, okay. Need one more? How many of you have been here how many have been here before and you've heard those jokes?
They're great.
Absolutely. I would like to apologize for those. We're going to do something different this year. I stole 10 of the jokes, and I gave one to each of these people, and they're going to give the jokes. You don't have to hear them from Gordon. You can hear from a new person this year. All right, so we're going to start. Let's start with Joe. Joe, can we start with you? You have a couple left? Here you go. Here's the mic.
Well, good morning again. You know, I'd really like to get into making a few contacts on AM, but I just can't get up before noon.
We need a truck.
And you know what? I know a lot of stories about capacitors, but I'd have to charge you for them.
Everybody stand.
So I was up all night waiting for the sun, and then it's on me. If at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you.
So if God wanted me to touch my toes, He would have put them on my knees. This radio came from an estate sale. If it has problems, the owner.
Well, I went to a Dr. Giant game, and I had pretty seasonal on the sideline. I wondered why the ball kept getting bigger than it did. Eagles may soar, but weasels don't get sucked into jet engines.
This morning, I saw somebody talking to her dog. It was obvious she thought her dog understood her. I came back to my hotel room and told my cat. We laughed a lot. Never in a million years could I have imagined that I would go up to a bank teller wearing a mask and ask for money.
I get to stand up. 2019, we stay away from negative people. 2020, we stay away from positive people.
Right.
I know,
Yeah.
Gordo took the other one, so,
Okay.
you know, it's all.
Well, it's obvious I need to practice social distancing from my refrigerator.
Oh, this is very true. I love this one. You know, all of us as hams will spend hundreds of dollars on a new rig. And then we wander around through the ham fest and we pause each time we pass the booths that sell $7 embroidered call sign hats, thinking, I wonder if they'll take 6. Now, we've all been working from home during COVID. You know, everybody had to find something to do. And I was walking along, and I saw a burglar. But he was kicking in his own door. And I asked him, what are you doing? Working from home. Yours are better.
No, these aren't any better. What I've always wanted to know is what happens if you get scared half to death twice? I guess you did. And all hams have done this, okay? If everything seems to be going well, you obviously overlooked something. I'm sorry for that.
I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but England has no kidney bank, but they do have a liver pool. And for all those hams out there who believe in psychokinesis, raise my hand. And repeat after me.
Put your heels together 3 times and say there's no place like Rome.
Come on up, Joe.
Hi, good morning. Oops, a little bit too loud there. Good morning. I got to play Whiskey 1 Alpha Whiskey Portable 6 last night. I came out about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I forget what it was. There were 2, 3 other stations. I was on 80 meters, had a great time, made about 6 or 7 contacts. So I'm sitting in the dark, watching all the needles move. You know, I don't know how much power you guys are running on that tower, but it was very, very, very impressive. My hat's off to whoever put that station together. So I'm sitting there keying up with a foot switch and having a great time. The question comes to me, I'm in the dark. So what is the speed of dark? Okay, number two. So I'm sitting there still keying on the mic and it says, I thought, if I could travel at the speed of light, would my headlights still work?
All right, let's give our Lake Arrowhead and Gerald a big thank you. Well, Munster. All right, Munsters, you may now go back to your table. Thank you. That was great. Well, you know, it's been quite a year, quite 2 years of all this COVID stuff, and we've made some recordings. And you know, a lot of you went out of your way to put some of the rest homes on the air with some of the old-time hams. And I think it's heartening to hear some of these old-time hams on the air that we've not heard for a long time. And some of them are engineers. And here was one of our engineer hams. He's up there, he's on 160 meters, but he's on the air. That was QC10. I think he was trying to do CQ10, but nonetheless, there you go. And we always love the spirited CWCQ. CQ, that's an N.
Fell asleep.
Either he died and passed out on the key or that was a long day to go ahead.
Fell asleep.
Well, we all had dreams last night. You all dream of a big pilot, and they're calling you. Make out your call signs. Randy, I heard your call. Oh, good job, Randy. Randy, with Ham Nation, good to have you with us today, Randy. So, you know, we all weathered this storm, and we did some different things. Imagine pounding a signal off the moon. Yeah, moon bounce. People still do it. Are we nuts or what doing moon bounce? And of course, meteor scatter, boy, that's something you can't do on some of the digital modes. You gotta be fast for meteor scatter.
Well, this is Paul, K682E.
And there's Paul for the long haul beacons that are coming in. So this is neat stuff that ham radio has brought to us. And there's new modes, certainly the FT8, the JST, and all of the other modes. This is exciting. I think ham radio is undergoing a lot of different changes, a lot of different modes, and you never know what's going to happen next. Well, here's something that we heard about the other day. This was on the 5 megahertz band. How many on 60 meters, 5 megs? Well, there's a couple. All right, well, 5 megs is fun. One evening, the ham's wife walked into the shack and told the ham who was on the air there was a problem with the light in the kitchen. Well, the ham was in the middle of a QSO and figured it's probably just a stupid light bulb that had burned out. Wanted her to deal with it. He switched off the mic, turned to her and said, "Who do I look like, Thomas Edison? Get it fixed." Well, the next day when he got home from work, his wife told him the light needed more attention than just a new bulb. So she called the electrician. The bill came to $250. Gold. He groaned. He said, "Well," said the wife, "I worked it out. I told him that the bill was a lot more I wanted to spend, so he offered to trade for something." He said he would do the work for free if I baked him a homemade apple pie, or if I could get him one of those very old, look like a Collins radios in the workshop. The ham gasped. He said, "What did you bake the pie, right?" He says, "Who do I look like, Betty Crocker?"
That's a good
You
comeback.
guys watch out. When she says something needs to be fixed, you better do that. And how many have woken up with your wife and you had a little trouble breathing? Well, I have a most loving wife, Susie. She says hi, she's fine, she's down there taking care of business in Costa Mesa. But the other night I woke up while with her and she was holding the pillow tightly over my face. She said to protect me from COVID-19. And it's fun being back here at the hotel. They have done a great job, and Pacificon has done a good job. And the hotel still has those labels that we saw 3 years ago. The hairdryer says, "Do not use while sleeping." Okay, I'll buy that. I found in the shower a bar of Dial soap, and the direction says, "Use like regular soap." Okay, all right. The best was the hotel-provided shower cap, fits one head. Okay, all right. How many going to the swap meet tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see you all out there. But as you're going to the swap meet tomorrow morning, today in the daylight, because I know you're going to get there early, take a look at the ATV. Now, we had a joke about ATVers and driving four-wheelers going, no, not that AT, amateur television. The Amateur Television Network, right outside the doors here, Mike Collins, Gary, and team have, and oh yes, and certainly all the great work that you've done, have brought together, how many units? What'd you bring? Nice and loud?
How many, what, where?
Yeah, tell them about your unit in 5 words or less.
It's a big white truck out there with a tower on it.
Yeah, big white truck and a tower, Gary.
Well, there's a big blue truck out there with a taller tower on it.
Yeah. Anyway, be sure to take a look at Amateur Television. It's out there on display, and we link up with them every Tuesday down in Southern California, and it's neat gear. And thank you all for embracing the new technology of not only live television, but high definition. That's really scary, high definition. That's scary that they're showing me on there, for sure. Finally, when you're at the swap meet tomorrow, read the signs on the equipment. They're important. One sign 3 years ago says, "I don't know if it works." Actually, it doesn't work, probably never has. Another one had a big, huge sign that says, "No sign of chirp on CW," because it doesn't transmit. And this rig had a real popular sign that says, "Popular rig in its day." Yeah, they were whole HFNet and QST magazine wrote about it and gave it a really bad review with the language that you've never read before in QST. I wouldn't buy that rig. And then there was a rig saying it doesn't chirp. It doesn't chirp because it doesn't transmit. Yeah, we did that one. It works great at full power. Sucks it all out of the wall. Last sign on a big rig said it worked last time I used it. It'd still be working if I'd still be using it. If I blew that one. If it worked, I'd still be using it. There we go. Finally, had a sign on one of the rigs that it might need a bit of tweaking. Marconi himself couldn't tweak it, couldn't fix it or align it. The best one was, I plugged it in and it lights up. The lights were 2-foot flames coming out of it. Finally, I had it on the air last night. You thought the woodpecker went away, huh? Down in Southern California, we get this a lot. This rig is really hot. It's stolen. Yeah. Well, exercising during the COVID epidemic can add years to your life. For example, I exercised this morning, and now I feel like I'm 104. Add years to your life. All right, we're getting down there. But as we do, what a 2 years. But you know, ham radio has been great for us because we've been able to get on the air. We don't have to wear a mask, although sometimes down on 75, we got to put our earplugs in. Not earphones, but earplugs in. But we made it through, and thanks to all of you for making ham radio so much fun. Finally, next to the last pun, and by the way, you Lake Arrowhead punsters, MT-ARA, you were the best, thank you. And there'll be more, I'm sure, later. The number of jokes about coronavirus has reached worrying numbers. Scientists claim we're in the middle of a pandemic. Remember, he who laughs last thinks the slowest. Right here.
That's pretty good.
So enjoy today. We've got who's who and vendors that are here. Some of the vendors are out for the very first time. This is one of the few shows, especially on the West Coast, that are opening up again. So you are among an elite group that are braving the big C and B and are making it happen. So wear those masks, and I just want to say on behalf of Pacificon and all the hard workers, do we have Pacificon workers over there? Come on over here, young lady, and I want you to end tonight. You don't even have to do a pun, but I just want to say every one of your volunteers have been super. So name and call and a few words, and then we're all going out and going for a swim in the pool.
Right on.
Thank you all for coming. How about Gordon West?
All right.
We are so pleased that you all came out for Pacificon 2021. Can't thank you enough. We would not be able to do this without all of your support. There is a new speaker on at 3, so check the boards and make sure you check for all of the vendors that will be opening at 9 a.m. Any questions or any problems? I'm sitting out at the COVID check station. I get to check everybody, make sure everybody's safe. Come see me, and I'll do what I can to make your day very pleasurable. But thank you again for all coming.
So have fun out there. In about another half hour, we are going to have a very interesting seminar with Tracy and Jody and Kevin with BioWinnow. And we're going to do the big shootout between a lead acid battery and a BioWinnow battery. This actually has twice the capacity as this battery here. We're going to light stuff off. We're going to smoke things. What else are we going to do?
No jokes. No jokes.
No joke.
No
We're actually going to short this battery out, and then we're going to short out this one, and we'll see which one goes up in the smoke.
And we've already checked it. We've turned off the sprinklers.
Okay.
And Kevin has also donated, and we'll have a prize drawing for one of his BioWinnow batteries. But if you ever wondered what's inside here, and he's got the big 100 amp hour battery, no, it won't start your car, but it will power something for 100 amp hours. So understand that these are, what, 3.2, 3.6 volt cells inside here?
Yeah, 3.3.
3.3, I was close. And
Close
they're long lasting. They won't have quite the capacity of cold cranking amps as a regular lead acid battery. But heck, as hams, we don't need the cold cranking. We just need something that goes and goes and goes.
Well, now you just gave my whole presentation, Kevin, my presentation.
Oh, no.
So have fun today. Take in all of those exhibitors. And be sure and come back here in about another 30 minutes, meet up with Kevin, and we've got about a 45-minute ham instructor academy featuring volts, amps, a little bit of water pressure to keep you all on your feet. Oh, finally, remember this? How many remember this?
Rabbit ears.
I see 2 hands. Oh my God.
Gave myself for it.
There you go. No, it's not a hot dog cookie.
The dipole.
Dividing
There you
line.
go, it is a dipole. So, happy Pacificon, we're back, we're hams, we're well, and we're gonna make it happen. 73 all.